Master of glass instruments.
That's it.
Master of glass.
You can see right through me.
Master of wet instruments. Thanks again so much. What is this?
So this is the Cristal, and it's a French instrument, so they do the spelling differently. They do Cristal. Now that the inventors have passed on, we, in homage to the two, Francois and Bernard Baschet, we call it the Cristal Baschet.
How does it work?
Yeah, really.
Why does it need to be wet all the time?
Yeah. We covered it pretty much by you figuring out.
Yeah, we did it.
That was what was fun. This is set up to be the sculpture front.
I honestly have no idea what this is. Got our dog just got back from surgery, Bowles.
These two posts go in these holes. Yeah, that's it.
These are tuned?
Everything is for sound production. Now this is what's fun for me. You are me the first time I saw it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand this at all.
Precedent for this instrument is the euphone by Chladni from the 18th century. So
Whoa, this is glass.
Yeah. I had been doing my research, learning all about the history of glass music. Somehow I saw a picture of it. And I go, that's cool. So I went around and found out that it's art. It's a sculpture that makes sound. They call them sonorous sculptures. Bernard Baschet, with his brother Francois, built these. And it was a particular movement in the 50s, which they invented. It's like, oh my God, I gotta see one of these someday. This is just too cool. What I'm holding are the resonators. These are not electronically driven, but they are speakers. They vibrate and they amplify.
It seems like this is your keyboard, and then these are tuned.
What makes you say it's keyboard?
Because these are coming out.
Oh, that's one.
And it seems like you would, and I can see here the red is in every 12, so these are your octaves. Here's the black keys and the white keys, and here are the Cs.
What's the red one?
The red ones are the Cs.
Cs.
Yeah.
If it's glass, you must play it with wet fingers. Now, you're going to see suspended under here water in a minute.
But why the glass? What
Whoa. Is that? That's coming.
Oh, that's the fourth speaker cone.
The originals didn't have these. It just had these, and it had two of these. These are just wildly colorful with the sound that they produce. Well,
I was expecting the glass to be tuned, but the glass is just providing the... Maybe we start with the basics of this instrument. How I see it is you put some water on your finger, you play a wine glass.
right.
It's that, but a line of wine glasses. The tuning has to come from this.
Yeah, bingo. Now, these are going to vibrate. These are glued into this little metal coupling. And then he finds the node point. You know about nodes?
Yeah.
He mounts it with a screw on each side and just tightens until it just stays at that spot. This is the tuning. Vibration goes up, comes into here, is amplified by looping back down here, and it becomes a loop of vibration reinforced by your movement. It's what he called a circle of vibration.
It's like kind of like feedback.
Well, yeah, a loop. It's a loop.
Yeah.
So the game, and as long as you're playing and exciting, these things are vibrating. The first one that I saw, the spacing was about that far apart. So you only had, octave and a half, two octaves. The reaching, I couldn't do, I needed them closer together and more notes. He said, no, Dennis, no, won't work. That's too close. It interferes, won't have distinct notes. It will too mix. And I said, all right, I'll pay you. Make a set of 5 of them. Yeah. Just see if it works. And he goes, all right, I'll do it. And he just went back to the shop, and then he came back to Sauerberg, and he goes, it works. And I said, okay, I want one. The next thing is we got to get the water, which is that thing down there.
The water really brings up the unusualness. Normally you don't want to get your instruments wet.
Right.
There's no other instrument I want to get wet.
Tighten this. You can hear the resonance already.
Yeah.
One of the deals with this instrument is all about tightening screws. It's almost like preparing a race car. Rattles start to happen if you don't get your screws all tight. All right, so let's check. I think we've got it all.
And what is this?
The whiskers. He called them whiskers. He said they're like a cat. Yeah. They're whiskers. Now his theory, which I just think is bunk, these pick up at the top end the vibrations of the top notes, and you'll see these guys wiggling while you're playing. I'm a little suspect of the idea that these actually do anything, but, and that's a very important part of the design. At least they said so.
Are these whiskers tuned? They're just...
No, look, they're all the same length.
It's got a wind chime quality.
Yeah, it's got a jangle.
Yeah, all right, sure. I have a feeling it was a joke for acousticians who are studying this, that they added something that really is to make people, red herring, you know, to make people sort of go, whoa! But they're cool.
Look at this thing.
I know, it's awesome.
Look at it.
You're
Look
me
at this thing.
in 1988, like, whoa!
Yeah, the whiskers definitely add.
Oh, well, it's
Definitely,
visual,
at least
if nothing
aesthetically.
else. If now, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm
Now
loving
you
the
got to
whiskers.
remember the heritage of this instrument is sculpture appearance
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sound.
It's kind of like we're playing hardware because you're tuning the.
Well, if you look at a piano inside without a case, it's hardware.
Yeah, I guess you're playing hardware there too.
They used to call this a
Just
piano
this you could get at
inside
Home
out.
Depot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's all Home Depot stuff.
Yeah.
But all this, I mean, it's really quite engineered.
I love the dog bowl.
Yeah.
You need a dip.
And then I pushed him. I wanted this range, and these top notes are fussy as hell.
So we need to get surgically clean.
Yeah, I completely scrape every surface until it starts to grab. You can feel the grab.
Because if there's any oil or sweat on your fingers,
Anything.
it just won't work.
Dead. And then one of the things is the habit is you never touch your face, your ear,
That's
your
gonna be
nose.
hard.
It's hard.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you don't have to dry.
No, oh, you don't want to be dry.
Don't want to be dry.
Yeah, you're right.
Soak.
Soaking.
Yep.
Because like you said, your fingers should be pruny.
You take a pad to wet the.
Oh yeah, because you want these all to be wet. You wouldn't think, all right, first I got to dip this whole instrument in water, and then
Then
I
I
can
gotta
start
clean my
playing it.
hands
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I am hearing the whiskers, but it's just rattling. The whiskers are terrible.
They look great.
They're terrible. They look
great.
great. They just
I don't
do
think
that.
they do a thing.
No, they're so annoying.
I wish Bernard was around to hear you say that. because
Sorry,
I-
Bernard. Oh, wet.
Wet, yeah. And surprisingly, the lighter the touch on the higher notes, the better reaction you'll get. Ah, yeah!
Nice.
Ooh! Okay, now I'm going to show you some of the varieties. So you're stuck at the end. What are you going to do? And if you go the other way, you get that break.
Yeah, just like a bow.
Yeah, just like a bow. You have another hand.
Yeah.
So with a little practice, you can
Sustain
do
notes.
continuous note. Another one is just stroke a single note. And you can get it loud, you pinch. Try the pinch. Pinch and pull, really go. Both hands, just go. Now listen, it starts to resonate. And you start to get the whangs and move down. Yeah. There you go. Really pinch. There you go. Yeah, really. Yeah, give it a good shot. Whang it.
Oh, you're really.
Oh yeah. It's metal. You can abuse it. It's just watch out for the rods, but
Yeah.
you can abuse it like crazy.
Oh,
They have to be more wet.
gotta get wetter,
Just
yeah.
like, yeah. Yeah, now there that you're getting into wolf notes. More
Really?
delicate touch, more delicate, much lighter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
doesn't sound too bad.
No, it sounds great.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Does it end unresolved? You don't resolve
Oh,
it
you don't
again?
like that, Jake?
I'm just wondering.
You don't like it to
maybe it should
It's
resolve.
a sad song. It doesn't resolve. It's just like, we're sad, the end. I got the last one.
Do you know what the high note, low note is?
Yeah, we got what, four?
I don't know.
Four, a little bit more
I don't
octaves?
think that really
Got a low
works.
C.
So this one does play. And then we've got... that's the wolf note. It wants to play an F sharp.
Yeah.
You have to hit it just right. You see, there's no literature for the instrument, so you don't really
Yeah.
have a required range. And I just made him add notes until it wouldn't work. And he gave
Yeah,
me,
I think we
he gave me
found
3
it.
of them where they don't work, and that was just to make me irritated, you know.
Because like you can get the C if you're really careful.
Yeah, I imagine
Yeah.
if you...
Yeah, you got that
It's
fine.
the harmonic. You got to give it a lot of moisture, and you press between.
Again,
Very
just,
light. Get on it, but don't push. Just stroke. Stroke the thing. There. That's it. Now keep going up. It should go.
Yeah.
You just use that stroke. Yeah. There you go.
Ooh,
See,
another
you
wolf
can
note,
I
huh?
know. There you go. Now try the F. See, it's there.
Yeah,
It's just
it wants to be there.
there.
Ooh, okay, you can use
yeah.
them. You just gotta be
You gotta
really
be
delicate.
really careful.
And again, this is rubbing the glass to excite it just like you would with a wine bottle.
You
It'll
did
kind of
it.
vibrate.
You got it better than I ever could. Look at that. You can
Hey.
play.
Are there a bunch of these?
There's 4 of these in America.
4 of these in America.
Museum of Modern Art has one. The Pittsburgh Institute of Steel has one. A composer out in Hollywood working very actively in Hollywood films, all those movies we were talking about, and mine. But I was the first. I was before him. He heard me do it. So I did the faculty movie, and I did Scream 3 with Marco Beltrami.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You
and
played
then-
this on that movie?
Yeah, and I played the whole score. It was really wonderful. That guy with that little bit of a crooked nose and the blonde hair, and he plays kind of stoners. What's that guy's
Owen
name?
Wilson?
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's called Minus Man, a sympathetic portrait of a serial killer.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
Yeah.
And that whole movie score is this
Yeah,
thing.
the whole score is this.
And you.
And then he brought in some instrumental ensembles to play parts with me, but I'm playing every track.
Be here all day.
It sounds amazing.
It really does.
It gets like super quiet and then all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's after. It's an aftertouch. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa. It swells in the middle as opposed to an attack.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. It's like total War of the Worlds.
Uh-huh.
Now, everything is tuned. And it's all these Hollywood movies. So this is a Hollywood sound effect device. So try it. Yeah. Metal. Don't hit the wall.
Yeah.
Don't hit the glass.
Don't hit the glass.
And once you get the freedom of thinking of it as a sound producing device, you end up tapping all sorts of things.
The whiskers just rattle there.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
So you join me in Suspect. So the next one to show you, now that we're into the sound effects making, satisfying. Wet your
Yeah,
thumb,
yeah.
especially your thumb. You need a lot of mass to do it. There you go. Well, thinking of that, I found that it makes the best imitation of a New York subway going around a turn. Can I get that a shot? Oh, yeah, sure. There you go. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, keep the tension in the middle. That's very good. Yeah, yeah, that's something.
It's
evil instrument.
yeah, it is. That really does sound evil.
Yeah, it's great. Try up at the peak, see what you get. Sharper. And then down at the circle, you see where you get there.
Well, that's probably enough of that, huh?
Okay. But the piece I wanted to play for you is this one.
That's beautiful.
That's so beautiful.
Pretty, isn't it?
Dennis James, master of instruments that are made of glass and very wet. Very cool instrument.
Yeah,
Dennis, thank you so much for allowing us to come in and see this instrument.
sure.
And this isn't the last unusual instrument we look at this channel, so
There you go.
if you'd like to subscribe, you can do that here.
Sure.
Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you.